Hi, so it's been a while and I do apologise for that, and you won't get much eye contact in this video because I'm driving. A little bit of an update, I guess. So after my last video, it was about a week later, and an event happened that made me, well, just highlighted how sort of alone I feel, how alone I am. And it was sort of somebody in my friends groups, it was their wedding. And nothing highlights more to you how alone you are than when you're sat at a table with a bunch of couples and you're at a wedding where, you know, other than the people on your table, you don't know anybody else, right? But you look around that table and you're like, the people next to you, they're married, they're married, they're married, they're married. They've been in a long-term relationship where they've got 2 kids and they're married, and you're the only one. You have no partner, you have no plus one. You're just on your own. And obviously it's nobody's fault. Like, nobody's trying to rub it in my face or anything like that. But it's just really kind of brought me down a bit. So realistically, since then, I've just been kind of, how do I explain it? Not ignoring the world as such, but you just try to do what you can do just to get along and bury your head in the sand, basically, and almost pretend that you're okay. And I guess that's what I've been doing for the past 3 weeks, is just pretending that I am okay when realistically I'm feeling like I'm drowning. I do feel like I'm drowning, and it's really tough. I don't know how to explain it, but it just makes you feel very, very aware of your situation. And I know they say you should never compare yourself to others. It's just easy to me to sit here and say, you know, just look at those guys and see that they're all married and compare where I am in my life to theirs. But there's also people who have to realise you're not always comparing to your friend group. Sometimes you know in your own mind where you want your life to be, and if you're not there, you're comparing it to that. It's got nothing to do with the people around you. You have your own hopes and dreams and your own goals and where you thought you would be at certain stages in life, and you compare it to that. And I didn't think I'd be at this point in this situation. I really didn't. And it sucks because we're getting towards Christmas as well. Christmas is a great time for spending time with family and everybody. And the more I feel in this position of sort of, I just feel like a burden. It's the only way to put it. I just feel like a burden on people. So when Christmas comes around and it's all about going places with people, I feel I want to sort of isolate myself from my little bubble, because they've got their own stuff going on. They've got their own lives, they've got their own kids, they've got all this sort of stuff, and I don't feel part of that. I can't relate to what it's like to be a father of kids, you know. I can't relate to what it's like to be that person that has the young family, that's got the wife, and it almost makes me want to sit here and say I can't relate to what it's like to be happy in some extent. Now, I know it's important to understand how to be happy with yourself, but when you feel that your life is a mess, when you feel like you've failed so much, it is tricky to try and find what that happiness is. Recently, like I say, just burying my head in the sand because a lot of stuff feels like it's been highlighted to me, and I've just been working away, and I just feel so tired. I just feel so emotionally drained and mentally drained. And the whole problem, if it's a problem, with the wedding situation is you see everybody else's relationship blossoming and developing and pushing on. Meanwhile, my last relationship completely and utterly broke down because this was a girl that I sort of turned to at the start of the year and said, I'm in a bad way, I'm struggling. Now, I'm not saying that for expecting her to be able to do anything about it, don't get me wrong. I'm saying that as somebody who, I'm a creature of kind of physical contact, if you like. I'm saying it to this person because I just want sometimes I just want to cuddle up, you know. I just want to snuggle up and just, as soppy as it sounds, sometimes you just want to be held. You know, you just want to sit on a sofa, watch a movie or something, and just be held and feel that at that moment everything's okay. And I guess it's what women like of men, is they like to feel safe, they like to feel that there's that sort of protection around them. And sometimes when you get in a bit of a shitty headspace, you want the similar thing. You want to feel that there is some sort of like emotional shield around you that just gives you that 5 minutes break, you know, it just gives you that 5 minutes rest. But that didn't happen, and in the end, when I reached out to her again, she just kind of threw it all back in my face and was basically like, oh well, you know, I don't really want to go into it, to be fair, but it wasn't very nice. And in the end, you have to protect your own sanity, don't you? As rubbish as it is. I don't know. Just a quick little update, I guess. 6 minutes, Jesus. I hope you guys are okay. It's really tough to talk these things through, because in my head I know so much that I want to say, but also I just want to burst into tears, to be honest with you. Just thinking about it just makes me so emotional, because it's just like I'm getting to a point where I just feel so full, is the only way I can describe it. I just feel so full, and there's not a lot else I can do, you know. You're fit to burst. There's also a lorry really, really, really close behind me, and I've got a lorry just in front of me. So I don't know why this guy's pushing me from the back, because I literally can't go anywhere. So yeah, I hope you guys are great. See you in a bit.